Hello, welcome to I Read This Book with Chris, with me, Chris. So, today I have another haul video for you. I have, in the past month or so, picked up, I have 9 books, and I shall show you what I picked up, and you can give me ideas for what I should read next. In my last one of my comments was from 5 Old Crusher. I think it's supposed to be Soul Crusher. Tell me to read Borges. I'm still working on that Soul Crusher. It's just taking a little bit longer because it's an anthology that has a lot of short stories and then also poetry and for some reason philosophy and physics. Anyway, the Borges I am working my way through. It'll take me a little bit while to get through it. I can't just sit down and read through all of it. Enough about that. On to the books that I picked up while drinking Coke with lemon vodka, which I've never had before, but I started thinking about it in all my old books. A lot of people had different types of Coke. Vanilla Coke, lemon Coke, lime Coke. I remember my grandmother used to have lime with her diet caffeine-free Coke, which was a weird thing from 20 years ago. Anyway, books that I picked up. I picked up these 3 books from a used bookstore in Butte, Montana, and they were all $1. All the books that they normally had on the normal sci-fi shelf, none of them really spoke to me. And then at the end, I saw a discount pile where everything was $1. I picked these all up for a total of $3. So they're maybe a little bit out of my normal comfort zone. My first book is Tintagill by Paul H. Cook. I think I've seen his name before. I don't think I've ever read anything by him. I picked it up because of what I read on the back. The ultimate escape. In the 21st century, a strange epidemic has conquered an earth already overrun by pollution and revolt. Those who succumb fall into their dreams, vanishing on strains of music into a perfect world that enthralls like a paradise and binds like a prison. To the stalker whose job it is to bring them back alive, to the first woman president whose charisma is their own worst enemy, and to the beautiful super actress who is the most desired woman in the world, the challenge has been set. To meet it, they must embark on the ultimate escape. Tintagill. I don't know anything really about it besides that. Let's see, this was published in 1981. Sort of explains the whole pollution and feminist angle that you can get from the back cover. The cover, I don't know, sort of looks like, kind of reminds me of the Beatles. Maybe it's just that guy with long hair and the suit jacket. Also kind of Star Wars-y. I guess that's probably just the late 70s. This was published in 81, so it was probably written in 80, which is basically the 70s. Don't know much about that. We shall see. Next book I picked up, also for $1, Invaders on the Moon by Chris Neville. So the cover is kind of bland. It looks a little older. Like that was the main reason I picked it up, I believe. Published in 1970 by Unibooks. What was the new interest in this electrode research? Perhaps someday they'd be able to implant all memories and everything else of a man inside an inorganically grown brain. Then one day when the operation was finally completed, pull the little switch and the man would drop dead and the inorganic brain wake up. Would it be the man? Questions like this were frightening. Which, I've never heard of this guy. I don't know why it's called Invaders on the Moon when it seems to be about being able to put your brain inside a machine. Plus, I really like these old books where they have cigarette ads inside of them. Definitely from a different time. Very interesting. The third book I picked up for $1 is Tea from an Empty Cup by Pat Cadigan. Reason I picked this up, and the only reason, is it doesn't say sci-fi. Oftentimes on these old paperbacks, it'll have sci-fi or science fiction. Like this is the Tintagill. There we go. It says science fiction right there on the spine. Tea from an Empty Cup says cyberpunk. I don't know if you could see that. So that's the only reason I picked this up. I'd never seen that before. I've read a few cyberpunk novels. including one of the ones that's considered the first. It's on my shelf here somewhere. True Names by Vernon Vance over on my shelf is supposedly the first cyberpunk. And this is cyberpunk as well, which is all about cyberspace and being able to get pulled into there. The ancient Zen riddle holds the key to a baffling mystery, a young man found with his throat slashed while locked alone in a virtual reality parlor. The secret of this enigmatic death lies in the apocalyptic cyberspace shadow world where nothing is certain and even one's own identity can change in an instant. Cyberpunk, generally 80s, I believe. This one's in 98. So 80s and 90s, I guess. I don't know a whole lot about it. Looked fun. Well, I was in Missoula, Montana. I picked up 2 more Wodehouse. I'm currently working on a Wodehouse video. I don't know how long it'll take, but Much Obliged, Jeeves. This is a very nice hardcover. Dust Jacket is in kind of rough shape. It's a little wrinkly. The book itself seems to be in okay shape. You know, pretty good. And then Service with a Smile. I have Much Obliged, Jeeves, another copy. This is the only copy I have of Service with a Smile. Much Obliged, Jeeves is Bertie Wooster and Jeeves' novel. And Much Obliged, Service with a Smile is a Blandings Castle. 2 solid pickups. Paid $16 for both of these, which is not bad considering the hardcover ones can get up to $20, $30 a piece. Midship Wizard, Helicon Blythe by James M. Ward. There we go. I picked this up because it says Hogwarts Go to Sea on the front. The use of high magic is expressly forbidden on any of His Majesty's ship. If any officer, mariner, soldier, or other aforesaid uses high magic on board His Majesty's ship, every such person so offending and being convicted thereof by the sentence of the court-martial shall be punished with death or other punishment as the nature and degree of the offense shall deserve the court-martial imposed. So, yeah, I really don't know what to say about it besides that. Looks pretty fun. Next 2 books I picked up, I found in a book lot that we were going through to sell. Me and my wife sell books, used books on eBay. And these books don't have any value. They actually found them a while ago. We tried to list them. They haven't sold. Hawk and Fisher. These are 2 fantasy books. There you go. By Simon Green. One says Simon Green, one says Simon R. Green. Basically, it's a buddy cop fantasy novel. There's 2 of them. This one is later in the series. I don't know if it's the second one. Let's see. Don't know much about it, but just buddy cop fantasy. They're pretty thin. Let's see. This first one was 1990. This other one is 91. So, it could be book 1 and 2 in the series. Actually, it says right here, I'm Blind, 4th in the Action Pack series. So this one was 90, this one's 91, but it's number 4. So, wish a lot of books were published like that more regularly. Especially these small books, which I doubt take anywhere near as long to type up or write as these epics that a lot of people want to write. Just a couple fun books. Last book I picked up, The Valley of Vision, a collection of Puritan prayers and devotion. So, I'm from New England, and apparently, according to a lot of the people at my church, I am slightly more puritanical in a lot of respects. So, I don't really know a whole lot about Puritanism, but this is a collection of prayers and devotions. So, I may be working my way through that. We shall see. Tell me which book you think I should read next. If any of these books are books that interest you and you would like to hear me talk about. Hawk and Fisher, or Hawk and Fisher number 4, The Wolf in the Fold. I'll probably start with the first one, but buddy cop fantasy. Hogwarts Goes to Sea with the Midship Wizard. Either of these Jeeves books, Much Obliged, Jeeves, or Service with a Smile by P.G. Wodehouse. Wodehouse books, not Jeeves books. Or these Tea from an Empty Cup, Tintagel, or Invaders on the Moon. let me know if there's anything that looks exciting. Otherwise, I shall see you later. Or you shall see me, because I don't see you, because that's how YouTube works.